When you look at the Bible, 1 John 3:1 says, "Behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed on us, that we should be called children of God. Therefore the world who does not know us, but it did not know him." It doesn't know us, and so it wants to project and put on us its own values. And because sometimes we aren't strong enough to reject those values, we accept them. And then we parrot them back to ourselves in our own minds, looking at ourselves in the mirror, looking at what we have around us and surrounded ourselves with. We project it, and we then tell ourselves, well, we're not enough. And that's a load of baloney. Because God didn't tell us we're not enough. It's the world and those that live in the world and those that are caught up in the world that tell us that we're not enough. And I'm caught in it myself. When I screw up, I say to myself, you're not enough. You're not worthy of it. And yet every time I read the Word, every time I look into the mirror that the Lord has placed before me, not the mirror I've placed before me, but the mirror that the Lord has put in front of me, I hear him say everything that counteracts what I am saying to myself. I see myself in that mirror and I say, you're a screw up. And I hear the Lord say, I love you. I've washed you clean. I hear myself say, you're not a good dad. You're not a great husband. And I hear him say, but you love me and you point them to me. I say to myself, I'm fat, I'm not skinny. And he says, I like you squishy. But the Lord doesn't speak that kind of death over me. There is no death in the Lord. There's only life. And so all the death that is spoken over myself that I have accepted is of the world. And so when I look at my kids and I say, what kind of legacy do I want to leave them? Do I want to leave them with a legacy and a memory of their dad speaking death over himself, over them, over their mother? Or do I want to leave them with a legacy of life where they aren't judged, where they are accepted for all their strange to me likes, but encouraged in their passions, shown love like they would never know in the world? Because love in the world is conditional. And so as long as you are beneficial to me, or do something for me, or even just have the potential to do something for me, we can be friends, we can be lovers, we can be whatever. But the love of God is unconditional. And we know this because in John 3:16 it says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. The world didn't love God first. The world doesn't know what love is. They pervert it. And so the only way we know what love is by what the Lord has demonstrated to us, and that is unconditional love. And when you meet unconditional love, when you truly know unconditional love, when you see unconditional love in action, and it looks into your eyes, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are enough. And so I'm looking at you right now, and I'm telling you that despite what the world says, despite what church says, what your friends say, what your mother says, what your father says, what your siblings say, girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband, whatever they are saying to you, I am telling you, these words are coming out of the mouth of God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. And they are saying it in unison, looking at you and telling you, you are enough.